With 2018 coming to an end, I wanted to take a look back at some of the ways China has helped improve the world over the last year. So today, we're looking at the top 5 ways China contributed to the world in 2018. Let's get started with number 5. In 2018, China achieved several major breakthroughs in science and medicine that could help all of us when the technologies are fully implemented. One example is cloning monkeys. According to The Guardian, a laboratory in Shanghai succeeded in cloning Maki monkeys in 2018. This made world headlines not just because of the impressive scientific feat, but because of the implications for humans. Because monkeys are similar to humans, we could see new breakthroughs in organ cloning and transplants leading to longer life. Besides medicine, China also moved forward with new technology and projects. 2 projects that caught my eye are AI news anchors and a moon probe. These 2 might not immediately jump out in terms of helping the world, but they do have significant implications for our future. Along with AI, moon missions and space missions help us better understand the world around us and our planet. China's missions today could lead to Moon and Mars bases tomorrow that help us better understand life on Earth and other planets. These missions could even help us with climate change. And speaking of climate change, number 4 on our list is China's continued work on climate change issues and pushing forward the Paris Agreement. China is now seen as a major player in climate change cooperation after the United States pulled out of the Paris Agreement, and China has continued to work with the EU and around 170 other nations that are taking climate change seriously. Because China is one of the biggest polluters, it is important that they remain in the Paris Agreement and believe in science. This is one of the major ways that they have helped the world in 2018 and will continue to help the world in the future. Another way they are helping the world, and specifically neighboring countries, is with the Belt and Road Initiative. In 2018, China invested 100 billion RMB into the Silk Road Foundation. These funds will help build much-needed infrastructure in neighboring countries like Pakistan and Myanmar. Many of the countries that China is working with on this project need transportation infrastructure like railways and roads, energy infrastructure like power plants and dams, and sanitation infrastructures like water treatment plants and sewage systems. Because China is willing to invest in these projects, millions of people in Asia and Africa will have access to basic needs like clean water and electricity. Speaking of making things better around the world, China is also a main contributor to the United Nations. According to The Diplomat, over the past 5 years, China has significantly upped its financial and personnel contributions to the UN peacekeeping initiatives. From providing roughly 3% of the total financial contributions in 2013, China currently contributes 10.25% of the United Nations peacekeeping budget. Beijing's increased financial commitment can be seen from President Xi Jinping's pledge at the 2015 Peacekeeping Leaders Summit in New York to contribute $1 billion to peacekeeping over the next 5 years. In line with its financial support, China also trained 8,000 People's Liberation Army troops to serve as a permanent standby militia for UN peacekeeping operations. China's troops and funding have helped countries around the world maintain peace and stability, which leads to economic growth and prosperity. And that brings us to number 1 on our list, economic growth and prosperity. In 2018, China held the first International Import Expo designed to help countries around the world better understand import opportunities in China. During this event, President Xi gave a speech promising to open up China's economy more and allow for more international investment in fields like healthcare, education, finances, telecommunications, and mining. On the surface, this might seem only beneficial to China, but this will actually help the whole world. When countries' economies grow through trade, everyone wins. So China's opening up to more foreign imports will give both Chinese people and foreigners access to new products and markets. So there you have it. China has been helping the world for many years now, and in 2018, these are some of the top ways China contributed. China is doing its part, and if other countries are willing to work together with China, we can all live in a better, cleaner, and safer world. Thanks for watching, and I hope 2019 is a great year for you. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye-bye.